Welcome back to the Royal Podcast, powered by United Roofing. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Alyssa. And today we're diving into something that I think a lot of people, they misunderstand it. We're talking about storm damage.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not just talking about the obvious stuff. We're talking about the things homeowners don't see. Because, after a storm, everyone looks for missing shingles, maybe some obvious leaks.
Right, the big scary stuff. But the real damage, it's almost always hidden. And if you miss it early on, it just becomes a way more expensive problem down the road.
So, Alyssa, I feel like most people, they assume storm damage has to be, super dramatic. Like shingles are flying off the roof, water's pouring through the ceiling.
Oh, completely. Yeah. People are looking for a catastrophe. But honestly, something like 80% of storm damage is really, really subtle. You've got small impacts from hail that you can barely see.
Right.
Or wind lift, which you just can't see that from your driveway. The shingle lifts up and settles right back down. Then there's granule loss, which weakens the shingles over time, and even micro cracking that you'd only ever find with a really close inspection.
And all of those things, they sound small, but they completely compromise the roof's ability to protect the house, even if everything, quote unquote, looks fine.
Okay, so let's break that down a bit. There are 3 types of damage people miss. First, let's talk about wind lift. A shingle can literally lift up in high wind and then just settle back down, but it leaves this invisible crease.
So, to the homeowner, it looks completely normal.
Totally normal. But to a trained roofing expert, that's a failure just waiting to happen in the next storm.
Got it. Okay. What about hail?
Yeah, hail's another one. It doesn't have to punch a hole through the shingle. Just one little impact can bruise the matting underneath, and that can shorten the lifespan of the entire roof.
Wow.
And the last big one is that granule loss I mentioned. Storms can just strip the shingles of their outer protective layer. It's like removing sunscreen from your roof.
That's a great analogy. The UV just destroys it way faster. And every one of these things reduces the roof ability to keep water out.
Okay, this one's a big one for me. The driveway test.
Ugh, yes, the driveway test.
So many homeowners they look up from their driveway and they think, my roof looks fine.
Yep, and that's the problem. The driveway is the worst possible angle to try and assess storm damage.
Exactly. You can't see the lifted edges, you can't see the tiny cracks, and you definitely can't see where hail, broke that granule layer.
Which is why we always say, if you didn't get on the roof, you didn't inspect the roof, period.
Speaking of inspections, actually, let me share a quick story. We had this homeowner in Myrtle Beach, Mike, who called us after a really big windstorm, and he said, I think my roof survived. My neighbor's is a mess, but mine looks fine.
The famous last words.
Exactly. So we go out there, and from the driveway, it looked perfect.
Of course.
But the second we got up there, totally different story. We found 18 lifted shingles, 6 creased ones, granule loss across the back slope, and even some old hail impacts. He had no idea.
And the scary part is that most homeowners don't find out until it's way too late. When there's an actual leak.
Right. After our inspection, he filed a claim and got a full replacement. If he had waited just one more season, that damage would have absolutely been denied.
Okay, so let's touch on insurance for a second, because I think this is where a lot of people start to panic.
For sure. Look, the simplest way I can put it is this. Insurance covers sudden storm damage, not old damage. So if a homeowner waits too long, the insurance company can just say, sorry, this looks like wear and tear to us. Denied.
Which is exactly why getting that immediate inspection matters so much. The clock really starts ticking the day of the storm.
Okay, so let's give our listeners a super simple checklist. Number 1, get a professional inspection. Don't try to DIY this.
Yes, it's free, fast, and most importantly, safe. And it's going to reveal everything your driveway is hiding. What's next?
Document everything. Everything. photos, dates, notes. This stuff helps so much with insurance.
That's a great tip. Number 3, please do not just rely on tarps. They're temporary and can make problems worse.
And finally, choose a company that knows how to work with insurance, not against it. The wrong contractor can cost you your entire claim.
Look, storm damage it's serious, but it doesn't have to be this big, scary thing.
Not at all. With the right inspection and, the right team, you can catch these problems super early and protect your home for years to come.
And just remember, what you don't see from the ground, that's what can end up costing you the most. And that's why United Roofing is here to catch all that hidden damage before it becomes a real headache.
Well said, Ethan. Okay, so thanks for listening to episode 3 of the Royal Podcast, powered by United Roofing. And hey, if you liked this episode, please follow us on Spotify.
And if you want that peace of mind after a storm, just visit unitedroofing.ai to schedule your free storm damage inspection.